I'm Holly Kovo from Fitting Fitness In. I'm a personal trainer and nutrition specialist, and welcome to Get Healthy with Holly. Today I have Dianne Bailey joining me. Welcome, Dianne.
Hey, Holly, how are you?
I'm doing great. Dianne is a fitness professional. She's a martial artist, and she's the owner of a very successful personal training studio in Denver. Dianne is passionate about creating the best opportunities for the mature adult to enjoy health and fitness. This passion has led her to create a system for the everyday person to learn Tai Chi and to help empower fitness professionals to be able to offer this amazing form of exercise to their clientele. Dianne is the author of several books: Eating Simply, Open the Door to Tai Chi, which is Tai Chi for the everyday person; Healthy, Happy, and Fit, which is ageless exercise to enjoy your best years yet. Dianne is a certified personal trainer through CSCS. She's a functional aging specialist. She has a 4th degree black belt in Taekwondo, look out, and is a certified Tai Chi instructor. She's presented at many conferences. She's presented the benefits of Tai Chi at the Functional Aging Summit, the ICAA conferences, the Mojave Nation, and Fitness Fest. So Dianne and I have known each other for over 12 years. And in the past 10 years, we have been accountability partners. So every 3 weeks, we do a phone call and we set our goals and we hold each other accountable to achieve those goals. And one of those goals was to do a show together. So I am going to turn it over to Dianne. Dianne's going to talk to us about the benefits of Tai Chi.
Thank you so much, Holly, and I really appreciate it. It's fun because we have known each other for so long, and to be able to do this together, this is great. So today I want to bring a little bit of information and a little bit of experience in Tai Chi to your listeners, your watchers, your audience. Sometimes Tai Chi can be a little bit misunderstood. So we're going to go through, I have a little bit of a PowerPoint that we're going to go through the basics and benefits of Tai Chi. And then we're going to experience some Tai Chi, because that's important, is to be able to feel what it's all about. Like I said, we're going to talk a little bit about the basics and benefits of Tai Chi. And perhaps you've heard about Tai Chi. You probably have, because it's all over the news, it's in magazines, it's in medical journals, doctors are talking about it, they're recommending it to their patients. But this might be your view of what Tai Chi is. It might be that you think it's just something that old men in China do in parks, and it's not something that you ever want to experience. And that's kind of what I want to break through today. I came up with the definition of Tai Chi, that Tai Chi is a martial art that utilizes gentle flowing movements to enhance health in the body and the mind. And that definition has really 3 parts if you look at it. It is a martial art. It utilizes gentle flowing movements, but those movements have a purpose. And the purpose is to enhance health in the body and the mind. So we're going to go through some of those pieces of that definition. First, it is a martial art. Don't let that scare you. It started in the Shaolin temples. It started as a fighting style, but it's actually moved into that movement meditation that utilizes the gentle flowing movements that we talk about and that you may have seen, like in movies or in a park near your house. There are different styles of Tai Chi. You might have heard of, well, what style do you do? And the Shen style is the beginning style of Tai Chi. And then came the Yang style, and that's really what I focus on, is the Yang style. And the Wu style came next, and then the Sun style is the youngest. And we think of Tai Chi, we think of the martial arts aspect of it, we think of it as coming from China, but it's also described as a mind-body exercise. And sometimes that mind-body exercise gets a little bit, Tai Chi gets lumped together with other things. So one of those things that sometimes Tai Chi will get associated with is Qigong. And that's actually a good thing. They are very, Tai Chi is a subset of Qigong. Qigong is a bigger umbrella of healing arts in China. And it's really more medically based, where Tai Chi is that martial art that we start that definition with. In Qigong, you're doing different movements and you're doing them separately, maybe in different kind of orders, and you're doing things to help certain ailments, maybe to clear your sinuses or to help with constipation. Whereas Tai Chi as a martial art is an actual flow, an actual sequence of movements. So think of Tai Chi as a healing art, but it's not the same thing as Qigong. The other thing that Tai Chi gets lumped with, because it's a mind-body exercise, is yoga. And yoga is awesome. Yoga is very different from Tai Chi. So I don't want you to think of Tai Chi as, well, isn't it just yoga? That's not true. Now, obviously, both Tai Chi and yoga can very much be modified. But if you think about the traditional, just general versions of each of them, Tai Chi is done standing the whole time. You're never on the ground. You're never doing inversions. So that's a little bit different than a traditional yoga class. But what we're talking about today is not just Tai Chi and not just doing Tai Chi. Why do you want to do it? This is why. There are so many benefits to Tai Chi. And this screen right here shows the benefits. This is just from the Mayo Clinic website. Tai Chi improves balance and flexibility. It reduces falls, reduces anxiety and depression, improves sleep quality, lowers blood pressure, and actually increases energy. You know, if we had this in a pill, wouldn't you want to take it? Of course you would.
Sounds good to me.
Of course you would. Right? But these are the things, this is why we want to do Tai Chi, because it can bring you these benefits. And we're going to talk through some of the studies that have been done on Tai Chi. Tai Chi is probably the most studied form of exercise, and there are many studies, research studies, that have proven these benefits. We're just going to go through a few of them just so I can kind of reinforce that benefit of Tai Chi. So we've talked through reducing stress and anxiety, improving sleep quality, and increasing energy and vitality. Let's look at some of the studies. This one, Tai Chi actually reduces blood pressure. That's huge for people. And the fact that this talks about it in terms of not taking pills, you can use Tai Chi as an exercise to actually reduce your blood pressure. It reduces stress, anxiety, increases self-esteem. This one, the subjects reported less tension, less fatigue. They felt more vigorous. I love this one, Tai Chi exercise and the improvement of health and well-being in older adults. This one says the practice of Tai Chi has multiple benefits to practitioners that are not only physical in nature. It's recommended as a strategy to promote successful aging. And isn't that what we're all about, right?
Absolutely.
We want to promote successful aging, not anti-aging, because if you're not aging, you're dead.
Yeah.
We want successful aging. We want people to be able to continue to do the things they love to do. So as we age, there are certain things that we really start to be concerned about, right? Improving our balance. We lose our balance as we age, right? We have to actually work on it. We think about losing our mental capabilities, having our brain not work so well. And we develop issues in our bodies that we have pain. You know, maybe it's just a little bit of joint pain, but maybe it is actually chronic pain. Maybe it's a disease that, like fibromyalgia, that you've developed over time. And Tai Chi will actually help you with that. This study shows that Tai Chi improves static and dynamic balance. And this is important. It's not just standing still and standing on one leg, it's movement balance. And that's where we really need to be balanced, is when we're moving, because that's when falls happen. It's not only for the general population, but it's also for people that have already compromised. Maybe they have Parkinson's, maybe they have MS. Tai Chi is a wonderful form of exercise and is proven to improve balance in those populations. We're moving on to that cognitive performance, where you think, well, how does Tai Chi help me with my brain? Well, there are lots of different pieces to that. It is an exercise. It is actually, even though it's so slow, it is actually moderate aerobic exercise. You're memorizing a choreographed movement pattern, which helps you with your memory and helps you with that mind-body connection. And it says, as a mind-body exercise, Tai Chi includes training in sustained attentional focus and multitasking, which is huge for that executive functioning. This one is interesting because it shows actual MRIs where in a meditative training, which Tai Chi is movement meditation, there's an actual increase in the hippocampus, which is important for learning and memory, and a decrease in the amygdala, which is important in anxiety and stress. So you're increasing your memory capability and you're lowering your stress and anxiety. And here we're talking about, like I said, with fibromyalgia. This is a study that they did with fibro where people, it's not a pill that removes the pain, but it helps people raise their pain threshold and help break that pain cycle. So perhaps they don't have to take so much medication. What I like to think about is, you know, you're not just learning Tai Chi, you're doing things that are fun. Yes, you are challenging your mental focus, you're learning something new. If you're in a class situation, which I hope you can be able to find, is it does provide a unique social experience, which is important as we age too, to be learning something new with friends and trying to do something different with our bodies. But the real focus is we don't do Tai Chi to do Tai Chi, right? We do it so that we can continue to do the things we love to do. We do it because we want to play golf better. We want to be able to continue to play tennis, whatever it is. And Tai Chi is wonderful at helping you with that. And how does it do that? It does that by applying the underlying principles of Tai Chi. It's not because you're doing the movements necessarily. It's because you're applying the underlying principles. And this is where we get to experience some of it, Holly. I'm going to unshare my screen at this point. These are the underlying principles, and I'm going to talk about them as we go through this. First thing that I want you to try to do is just step side to side. Okay, you're just gently stepping side to side. In Tai Chi, we have columns, 3 columns, one straight down the center of our body, one through each shoulder, through each hip. And we want to keep those columns intact. So as we're stepping, we're not shifting like this. We're not moving our body and breaking those columns. We're bringing our weight over to one side, keeping that column intact, and then bringing it over to the other side. And this weight shift is something that we call substantial and insubstantial. That's one of the principles. One side is always substantial in Tai Chi. As we have our weight over on this side, this is now our substantial side. As we bring it over to here, this is now our substantial side, and this is the insubstantial. You can also think of it as empty and full. This is my full side, this is my empty side. So as I step, think about water flowing from one leg into the next. Fill this leg, let this leg become insubstantial, and now try to lift that leg. And then if we move to the other side, you're going to let the water flow into this side, let this one become empty, and now just try to gently lift that leg. Because it's insubstantial, it should fairly be easy to lift, right? That's part of the balance improvement in Tai Chi, is understanding that substantial and insubstantial. I want you to bring one leg forward. Doesn't matter which leg. One leg is slightly forward. And I don't want you to be too narrow. Let your legs be a little bit wide so there's a little bit of space, you feel a little balance. And lower your center of gravity just a little bit. Now bring your hands to your hips, and you're going to bend your front knee just slightly, and then rock back, bending that back knee. I'm going to turn a little bit to the side, and you can see I'm not moving really a lot. It's a very slow, very small movement. In Tai Chi, we have what we call the Dantian. It's 2 inches in from the belly button, 2 inches down. The center of our energy in Tai Chi. It's also the center of your balance. So I'm going to turn again to the side, and I'm bring my hands to the level of my Dantian. I'm going to take a nice deep breath in here, and then as I bend that front knee, I'm going to let my hands float up and out, and then bring my hands back as I bend that back knee. Float up and out, and bring it back. This is called pushing Qi. And if I move from the Dantian, I keep my columns intact, and I'm in better balance. If I think about moving from my hands, this is what happens, right? This is a very bad position. So we have to move from here, and that keeps our balance. So now if you just bring the other foot forward, and we'll do pushing Qi on the other side. Take a nice deep breath in as your hands are towards your Dantian, and then breathe out as you push away. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Good, so the breathing is actually a very important piece of Tai Chi as far as that relaxation goes as well. It drives a lot of that, getting your body into the parasympathetic state, which is a very important piece of that lowering your stress and lowering your blood pressure. I'm going to teach you a move called wave hands like clouds. Rotation is one of the important concepts as well. Now I know I'm facing you. This will be your right hand. Take your right hand and draw a clockwise, oh, this would be your left hand. I'm sorry, I just messed up. Sorry about that. This would be your left hand. Take your left hand and draw a counterclockwise circle. And now if we move from the Dantian, you're actually going to be relaxed because it's not just moving from the shoulder. You want that rotation to take your arm across your body. Now this would be your right hand. Draw a clockwise circle. And now we get to put them together and wave hands like clouds. Start with that left, and then as it comes down, the right comes across. And you can see that rotation allows my body to relax. Wave hands like clouds. And good. Now there's one more move that I want to teach you because I want you to experience some of that mental challenge of Tai Chi. You're going to bring your weight over to this side. Bring your one hand high and your other hand underneath. Step forward with the opposite leg. Bring one hand high and the other hand low. Good. So now bring it back. This is called part the wild horse's mane. Stepping out and part the wild horse's mane. Now step back and switch to the other side. Stepping forward, bring this hand high and the other hand low. Good. One more. And stepping out. Good. Now, as you're experiencing that, if you're trying this at home, your brain might be going, where do my feet go? Where do my hands go? Which hand is high? Which hand is low? That's actually really good for your brain. That's a good thing because that means you're building new neuromuscular connections and your brain is on fire trying to make sure that you're staying balanced. There's so much to Tai Chi that it's so fun to learn, but it's also so good for your balance, for helping you with stress relief, for helping you with executive functioning. And you can see these underlying principles. These are the important pieces of getting the benefits of Tai Chi. And I also want to encourage you that you don't have to become a martial artist to do Tai Chi. These benefits manifest as an exercise. So it's not all that important to think about, yes, it is a martial art, but you do it to get the benefits of Tai Chi.
What I felt, just in those movements that we did, it was very calming for me. I've had a very stressful week, so this has been a great thing to calm me down. And I know that you do, on Friday afternoons, you do a Tai Chi.
Yes, Tai Chi Live, I do.
Right. Which is a great way to wind down from the work week. So this is really great for the active ager that we both work with.
Yes.
And it's really great to do something like this now during the whole COVID-19 pandemic because we're stressed, we're anxious. We need something to help mellow us out. Our muscles are all tight, our nerves are activated. Yes. So this is a great way of doing it.
And it's easy to do at home. There's no special equipment. There's no special clothing that you need. So it does fit in very nicely to doing it, especially during this time.
Although I wore a flowing shirt today.
That's very good, Holly. Thank you.
No, I was like, I have to flow, so I'm going to do it. So let me tell you a little bit of a story. So I went out to, Diane's in Denver, and I went out to Denver, how was it? How long ago was it? 4 years ago?
About 4 years ago, yes.
About 4 years ago, I flew out for a long weekend, and I had an intense course. I was the guinea pig for Diane's Open the Door to Tai Chi. They brought me out there, and she and her husband, Jim, who can pop his head in if he wants to. He's still there. They taught me Tai Chi, and we're talking, 5 hours a day, Tai Chi, and my brain felt like it was mush by the end of it. But it is great for balance and it is great for calming. But if you think you're not thinking, oh my gosh, you are doing a lot of thinking throughout the whole thing.
Absolutely.
Sorry, my screen just popped out for a minute. So it's really mental as well as physical and calming.
It is amazing. The benefits are so good for you. And, people often don't think of it as exercise because it is so slow, but it is so good for your body. It helps your joints open up. It helps you be more limber. It helps your body relax. There's so much to it that, you know, don't be afraid of it, and don't poo-poo it either. Don't think of it as, well, this isn't exercise because I'm not sweating. That's not true at all. You are doing very good things for your body.
And I was sweating, definitely, from thinking. So the other thing is, it's so good for your balance.
Yes.
And I love the metaphor. I love how you let the water flow from one leg to the other and then back. And then that's how you know you're steady on that column.
Yes.
So a lot of people think, you know, Tai Chi is kind of woo-woo out there. And so this kind of brings it to home, and it kind of makes it a little more approachable, I think.
Thank you. That's really my goal, Holly, is to help people get past that whole idea that it's a woo-woo concept, that you have to be a martial artist or you have to accept the Taoist philosophy. You do not. In order to get the benefits of Tai Chi, you have to apply the underlying principles. But as you can see, that helps your body move better. You get more benefit from it. And you don't have to accept the Taoist philosophy. You don't have to go into a meditative state. However, it is so calming that there is a meditative effect, but it doesn't have to be any kind of religious aspect at all.
All right. And I'm not sure I'd go into a meditative state because I'm still thinking what movement flows from one to the other. I mean, there's 24 movements, right?
Yes.
Or forms, as you say.
Yes. And it does, I mean, once you've learned those movements, yes, you can, then your brain can start to get into more of a meditative effect. But you're right, when you're first learning the movements, it's just all about where do my hands go, where do my feet go, and that's okay.
Right. And so if someone's starting out, how long do you think would you recommend they do it in a day? Per day?
You mean in a day?
Yeah.
You know, Tai Chi is so good because it is approachable. There's no equipment to get ready. You can do it in 10-minute increments. You can, if you have a little bit longer, you can do 20 minutes at a time. But it's not, it is something that you can also do every day. Right. Because it is so gentle on your joints. You know, if you can pop a little bit of time into your work day, just take 10 minutes and do wave hands like clouds, or do your part the wild horse's mane. That will help your body relax, and you'll actually be more mentally ready to face the rest of your day.
Right. Now, interesting names, part the wild horse's mane. And I love the names. And is that part of ancient Chinese culture?
Well, you know, they do name some of the movements for what it might look like, that for animals perhaps. Some of the movements are pretty descriptive, like there's a movement, kick, smash, and box the ears. You're actually kicking and smashing somebody and boxing. Yes, exactly. So, you know, some of the movements are very flowy, like wave hands like clouds. Some of them are just very descriptive.
Oh, that snake one? Yeah,
snake creeps, pheasant stands. Yes.
That one's a little more challenging.
Yes, I'm actually going to focus my Friday class, my Tai Chi Live, on snake creeps this week.
Oh, okay. That explains the email you sent out about snakes. Okay, so my clients, a lot of them have hip issues, shoulder issues. It's okay to do this because you're not overextending?
And yes, it is absolutely okay to do. If you've had hip issues, you've had hip replacement, knee replacement, shoulder issues, we do Tai Chi to help your body be the best it can be. If we need to modify, we modify as needed. Right. We're not doing it for competition. You know, the fact, like your wave hands like clouds, somebody with shoulder issues, if they're doing it like this, it's going to hurt. But if they apply that underlying principle of rotation and keep their hands lower, then their shoulders are not working like that.
And so you're open the door to Tai Chi. That is something that, is that just for your clients, or can anybody do that?
Yes, anybody can do the Open the Door to Tai Chi. I have my book, Open the Door to Tai Chi, that, you know, explains some of the more background of Tai Chi. I have the certification for fitness professionals, but but then I also have those Tai Chi live classes, and I have video learning that you can do from me personally.
That's great. And I'll add all that information in the credits so that
Awesome.
people, if they want to access your website and find out more information, that they can.
Yes.
Well, Dianne, thank you so much for being with me today and giving us an idea of what Tai Chi is, the benefits of it, that it's not so woo-woo and out there, that we can all benefit from it.
Right. Thank you so much, Holly, because it really is, I want people to be able to get those benefits. So thank you for the opportunity.
You're welcome. And I'd like to thank you for joining us today here on Get Healthy with Holly, and we'll see you next time on Get Healthy with Holly.